we're going to use long multiplication to times a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. But first we're going to estimate so that we know roughly what the answer should be, and then we can check at the end. So to estimate, I'm going to round this number to the nearest 100. So I'm going to round it up to 700. And I'm going to round this 2-digit number to the nearest 10. So I'm going to round it down to 30. I can use my understanding of place value. If I know that 7 times 3 is 21, then 700 times 30 is 21,000. Okay. Now I go back to my original numbers and I label the columns. I've got ones, tens and hundreds, and I've got ones and tens. So I'm going to start by writing my columns here. Okay, now I'm going to write each number under the correct column. 672 times 34, and I must make sure 30 has 3 tens, so the 30 goes there and the 4 goes there. And then you would use a ruler to underline there. Good. So what I'm doing here, I need to times the 600, the 70 and the 2 by 4, and then I need to times the 600, the 70 and the 2 by 30. So first I'm going to times it by the 4, and I'm going to underline it there so that I know that that's what I'm doing. I can do 2 times 4. I know 2 times 4 is 8. Now I need, and I'm going to tick that so that I know I've done it. Now I need to do 70 times 4. So I'm going to use my place value and my number facts. I'm going to do 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. So I can put my 8 there, and I carry my 2 over here. And I'm going to tick that I've done the 70. Now I need to do 600 times by 4. Again, I'm going to use my place value, my number facts. I'm going to do 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. And then I need to add my 2. It's 26. I'm just going to cross out that so I know that I've added that on. Good. So now I've times all of these by 4, so I can cross that out. Now I need to times each of these by 30. So I'm going to do this underneath. So I start from the right again. Because I'm timesing by 30, and I'm not timesing by the ones, I can put a place value holder there, a 0 there, because I'm looking at the tens column now. And I'm doing 2 times 30. Once again, because I'm in the tens column, I can use my number facts, place value, and I can do 2 times 3, which is 6. I'm going to tick, cross the tick, so that I know I've definitely done that one. Do this one. Now I need to do 70 times 30. I'm going to use my number facts again by doing 7 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. So I put my 1 here and carry my 2. So I've done that one. Now I move to my hundreds column, and I need to do 600 times 30. Once again, I'm going to use my number facts by just doing 6 times 3, which is 18. Then I need to add the 2, which is 20. And I'm going to cross out so that I know I've done that. And I can cross out my 30 now because I've times all of those numbers by 30. So then I end up with 2,688, which is all of those numbers times by 4. And I've got 20,160, which is all those numbers times by 30. Now I need to add these two numbers together. Okay, I get a ruler. You would use a ruler. And this is just normal column addition. Ignore these numbers now. These are the numbers that you're interested in, these two numbers here. So I do 8, add 0, which is 8. And then I do 80, add 60, or 8 add 6 for the sake of this, which is 14. Carry the 1. And then I do 6, add 1, and that's why it's so important when you carried earlier to cross that out so you don't get confused at this stage. 6, add 1 is 8. So I've got 800, 600, that's 100, that's 100. Then I've got 2,000, this is the 1,000 column now. Add 0 thousands, which is 2,000. And then I've got my 10,000 column here now, and that's 20,000. So my answer, I think at the moment, is 22,848. I'm just going to go back to my estimate of 21,000. It's close enough, so it's probably accurate.